What's going on, the copywriting culture? Boy Loso 2.0, the copy god himself. And today I'm talking about the things that you should accomplish, King, before getting in a relationship. So apparently there was some type of forum out there that explains what a man should be done doing, what he should have accomplished, and everything before he even decides to get into a relationship. And there were some outrageous things, but then, like, kind of looking back at it, like, I thought it was outrageous, but like kind of looking back at it, I know it's some things that men are probably thinking of, or at least you were thinking of, Kings, before you think that you're ready to get in a relationship. And honestly, it's bull, but we're gonna entertain it, right? So I think the first thing, right, was a solid career. It was saying that a man should be in a solid career making at least six figures before he decides that he should get in a relationship. Now, I don't know what the exact percentage is of people making six figures, but I can tell you this percentage is probably not that high. Oh, excuse me. So I'm going to tell you the percentage is probably not that high. So to think that, you're going to be making six figures before you get yourself in a relationship, then most people wouldn't be in relationships. There are some people who are in relationships broke together, but they still are happy and in relationship is still thriving more than ever. So the solid career one, we could take that off of the lot. The second one that it was saying in the forum was to be in great shape. Now, this is another one. If every single person was in great shape in the world, first of all, there'd be no variety. Some women like bigger men. I'm not saying that there's no problem being a bigger man. So like some women like bigger men, some women like skinnier men, some women like strong men, some women like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Like there's all different types of preferences, King. So to be in great shape, although I do think you should have, some type of, care about your health on some type of level, I'm just saying that that's not the number one priority. And honestly, if you feel like you have to be in great shape in order to get in a relationship, that's just bogus or whatever, because honestly it's like most people wouldn't be in a relationship because most people are not in great shape, especially after COVID. Now, being in great shape does help with you getting more endorphins or hormones to your mind to get you to be in a better mood. So that part is true, but at the same time you don't have to accomplish that before getting a relationship. And then the third one was be with a lot of women. I think they said have a variety of like 50 other women before you do that. Now, this is something you also don't have to do. I know some people who only haven't been with any woman, got married, or not married, got in a relationship and they're fine. Or someone got married and then got fine. Like yes, I feel like I mean, it comes to, you don't have to do this, but some people date just to kind of figure out what they like. You know what I mean? Like what do they like in their partner? What do they want to see in a partner? But then they also date to see what they don't want to see in a partner, because sometimes you see that as well. So there's nothing wrong with like casually dating, but it was saying be with a variety of women only because then you will be ready to settle down. No, I don't believe that is true. Um, Although people go through different things, I also don't think that's true. You don't have to be with a variety of women. I think that maybe, casually dating is fine too, but sometimes you don't have to do that. If you figure out that you find a woman that you think is the one for you, then I feel like you should go all in on it. Honestly though, the correct answer is there's not exact a right time in order to get in a relationship. So there's not certain things you should accomplish before you get in it because there's no exact time. Some people may be ready, they may be in that career, they may be in their 30s, they may have already been with a lot of women, great shape. Okay, then there's people who may be, and not even in career, maybe, jobless or between jobs, and then they have everything else, and a woman may want, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's different things. Like I said, there's no such thing. There's such thing as like the right time, like timing of a relationship sometimes. Like, it may be like good timing, like you just got out of something, they just got something, or you've both been out of something for a little while, and timing may just be, fitting right. But there's no such thing as, accomplishing everything in your journey before actually getting into a relationship. Because like I said, if that was the case, most people wouldn't be married until, or in relationships till like 30, 40 years old, which we all know in high school, basically. Well, really, my first relationship was in middle school. So that's one thing. But I don't feel as though you should be accomplishing anything before getting a relationship necessarily. So you don't have to have a solid 6-figure career. You don't have to be in great shape, the best shape of your life. You don't have to be with a lot of women before you're ready to get in a relationship. I feel like, when you're ready to get in a relationship, when you're on the journey to these things. Remember what I told you, it's not the reward. The whole point in doing whatever you do is not because of the reward. It's because of the journey. It's about who you become in the journey. You may, strive to become a professional basketball player. You may not become or go to the NBA. You may not go to the NBA, but you may still play pro and become like a great scorer and get still paid multiple 6 figures or millions of dollars. You may get paid $1 million playing the G League or something. So it's not about, and that's what I'm saying, that like when you're getting a relationship, I don't feel like you have to accomplish anything before you do it. I feel like you should be on a journey to doing whatever you want to do, because that drive is what's going to attract the woman that you want, the woman of your dreams. So that's what I want you to say. And then when you're working on your stuff too, don't worry about what you need to look for in a mate. Don't worry about what's going on with a mate. Like I said, a lot of times we worry too much about the other person in relationship, right? But this goes hand in hand, right? When you're trying to look for a mate or look for a significant other or, a woman or girlfriend, wife, whatever, don't look for certain qualities. I feel like you're going to know what qualities you like. What you need to do is just focus on developing yourself and becoming the best version of yourself, because then it naturally will come to you. The time when I met my wife personally is a time where I wasn't even looking for a relationship. It was just, I actually didn't stop. I was just doing my own thing. Like literally, I was just a college basketball player. All I worried about was playing basketball, going to school, and that's pretty much it. I wasn't even working or nothing. You know what I mean? I was casually dating, yeah, but I wasn't like looking nothing serious at the time. My relationship with God was like kind of shaky. Like I wasn't really studying the Bible as much as I should be doing. Like nothing. I really wasn't on my journey for a lot of things. I honestly was just kind of just on cruise control. The only thing I was working on my journey was just college basketball in school. And that's when I met my wife, right? And like I said, I wasn't even in the right mental health space either when I met her. But the point of the matter was that I was working towards these things. Well, at least working towards one thing. Like I said, there's no right time. And then when I started to focus on myself a little bit more, boom, casually we just, run into each other. God put me in a position to, meet the woman of my dreams. And it still ended up working out. Now, I can tell you this for a fact, though. In the beginning, even though, obviously looks initially attract people. So initially, we was attracted by looks. But then in the beginning, when we were still dating, when we started dating, it was like, I struggled a little bit. No, I was happy always, but I struggled because I was still kind of in that same mindset where I was too worried about the other person rather than, being on a journey to myself. So that's what I'm saying. Like you have to continuously keep working on yourself, keep pushing yourself in your journey, or keep pushing yourself on on your journey in order to be ready for a relationship or for your relationship to be successful. And now marriage is amazing. It's definitely worth it. Now, there are problems in relationships, in marriage, just like any other relationship. Literally the same. But it's just a matter of working through those problems and then having good communication and talking to each other. But it's like I can do those things because I feel confident in myself because I'm working towards all the goals that I set for myself. And I'm on my journey. You can see the drive in it. So, that's just my opinion. I just feel like you need to be on your journey or have a drive towards something for yourself to be ready for relationship, kings. What do you feel like you need in order to be ready for a relationship? You can comment that stuff below. Make sure you subscribe, like, and keep killing the day. And remember, you pray for marketing like this. God be God out.